As promised in my Action Games Roundup, here is part 2, wherein I look at some new roguelikes on Switch. One stretches the idea of the genre, but hey, my video, my rules. I gotta cover these games somehow. Anyway, excuses aside, let's get to it. First up, Alina of the Arena, which has a nice ring to it, right? This roguelike is all game, no story, no hang-ups, nothing. Just turn the game on and go. Like most modern roguelikes, you will go through a series of rooms, but in this case, they are arena pits. You can decide where you go, from monster heavy pits to shops to mystery zones and so on. All of your moves are card-based, from weapons to armor grabs, and it's very easy to pick up. It's a simple but effective combat system. I like the arcade approach to the design because sometimes you just want to play a game and not worry about any kind of backstory. That said, I did feel the lack of personality from this one, so overall, while I did like some things, I thought Alina of the Arena was, just okay. Next we have Astral Ascent, which is a more ambitious roguelike. Kind of like Prison City in my Action Games Roundup review, this game takes place on a planet ruled by Zodiac warriors who trap others in their quote-unquote paradise. It is beautiful for sure, but oppression can only go so far. You begin as the knife-wielding warrior Ayla, who eventually gets joined by other playable characters like Kieran. You can swap between characters at home base, or choose to play with a friend in co-op, a rarity in roguelikes, which I do appreciate seeing. There are tons of ways to upgrade your characters in this hub world, from increasing stats to gaining new abilities. Upon death, it always feels like you're getting somewhere thanks to this reward system, and that's the type of system I love to see in a roguelike. The art style is also gorgeous, along with the gameplay, which is fast and fluid. Plus, the animations that accompany these action sequences are just phenomenal. It's a great, pretty action roguelike, and my one major criticism is that, it's perhaps a bit too serious. Okay, I think it's time we move on to Backpack Hero. In this game, you play a young mouse who wants to help rebuild her town to glory. In the dungeons, you find a mysterious backpack capable of holding many things and even leveling up. Kind of like the suitcase segments from the original Resident Evil, you'll spend time organizing your backpack as you get more loot in the dungeon. You'll gain consumables, weapons, armor, and so on, which you can use, and they're all temporary unless you can make it out of the dungeon sector. If you do, then you can sell what you have left at your store. It's a novel idea, but one done before in one of my favorite roguelikes, Moonlighter. As cool of an idea as Backpack Hero is, I found it to be kind of a slog, I guess you could say. It takes a long time to upgrade to make runs more manageable. Otherwise, it is a brutal grind that I grew sore of. I wanted to keep going because the core concept was solid, but yeah, just brutal, and I fell off. Finally, we have In Stars and Time, which is another game with a cool idea that I just wasn't feeling completely. Okay, so here's the pitch. It's the end of the game, and you and your traveling companions are going to defeat the evil boss and save the world the next day. But, you messed up in the dungeon and die, and then wake up where you started. That's right, it is a time loop, which is a roguelike adjacent, but truthfully, this is a turn-based RPG, and furthermore, it's actually more of a text-based adventure game because there's a lot of text. Okay, that was a lot of caveats to get through. Now, eventually the game settled down a bit and gives you some more battles, but not enough for my taste. Also, besides the text heaviness, I didn't gel with the party because, everyone knew each other, and I just kind of felt left out, as weird as that is to say. I didn't think the journey was earned. As for the combat, I keep teasing it's based on rock, paper, scissors. Enemies will be designed around one of these three philosophies, if you can call them that, and your characters have assigned feats as well, although there are spell-like abilities to offer more than one type of attack, like, rock. The battle system is not reinventing the wheel, but I engaged with it. It's a shame it's just a small piece of the overall package. In Stars and Time just wasn't for me, although I do realize it's going to hit hard, and I do mean hard, for some, and, that's great. All 4 of these games will probably hit hard with somebody, hopefully. Of them all, though, the standout, I think, is Astral Ascent. The other 3, I don't know. I could go on, but that's all I really have for now. Thanks again for watching. See you again.